Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, students. This is Dr. Mirza now back to you with another video. So let's start with this chapter, which is leadership. As per your syllabus, this is supposed to be now for week 11 and 12 as we check our syllabus, which has its own importance on weekly. That is, as you can see here, leadership. This is on week 11 and 12 as what I have uploaded to you. Now this is chapter 12 in your textbook and unit 9. Now what is covered in this is personal characteristics associated with leadership, interaction between leader, situation and specific leader skills. So let us understand that was very important now to get to the syllabus. Since we are under this kind of problem of lockdown, let's focus more on those topics very clearly. The outcome or the outline, what we call it as personal characteristics associated with leadership and interaction between the leader and situation, which is not so as per the situation but specific leadership skills, very important. So I'm just going to run through some of the very important slides and important areas which you need to cover up. Now, the second one, the slide 3, which here you can check it out, leadership characterized associated with the leader emergence and leader performance. In any particular organization or a particular industry also, every leader emergence or a leader has its importance of taking the importance of decisive goals, decisive decision, reaching the goals and achieving the objectives of an organization. Every leader has his own way of taking in different steps to get to the goals. A leader is not made, a leader is by birth. He is already having those. Now we will be checking all those in the next slides. Let us understand first, as per the chapter, what is leadership. Ability to guide a group towards achievement of goals as a leadership. A leader, as I just told you, a person who has the decisive strength of taking decisions and reaching goals and other important aspects of any particular company. A leader emergence is a part of a triad theory that postulates that certain types of people will become leaders and certain types will not. A part of triad theory, what it means, that postulates. The triad theory is the physical attributes of a human being, that is hands, mind, body, or different types of mindset of a person that postulates, means that makes him a more leaderistic person. That is a triad theory that attempts to discover the triads shared by all effective leaders. Triads linked with leadership: high openness to experience, conscientiousness, extraversion, high self-monitoring and intelligence. These are the triads I just told you about, the physical or of particular attributes of a personality of any leader. Leadership emergence seems to be stable across the lifespan of any leader. Aspects of motivation to lead, that is, what makes a leader more inclined towards leading, is affective, identity motivation, non-calculative motivation and social normative motivation. That is the motivation to lead as a result to desire to be in charge and lead others, and non-calculative is who seeks leadership position because they will result in personal gain. Social normative is the desire to lead out of a sense of duty or responsibility. So these are three important factors to motivators that makes a person to lead. The leader performance, which makes a leader more important towards a part on his achieving or those important goals, or as I just told you, a part of theory that postulates that certain types of people will be a better leader than will other types of people. That is the basis relationship between personal characteristics and leader performance, that is on triads, needs, task versus person orientation, unsuccessful leaders. Now we will be checking all these important areas later on in the slides. Now what are triads? Triads are positively related with leadership performance, intelligence, extraversion, openness to experience, agreeableness, conscientiousness, self-monitoring. We have seen this already, the 5 big important personality factors of personality. Now self-monitoring is a personal triad characterized by the tendency to adopt one's behavior to fit a particular social situation. Second one, needs. There is a significant relationship between need or achievement of a leader performance. High performance managers have a leadership motivation pattern. That is the name of a pattern of needs in which leaders have high need for power and low need for affiliation. High need of power and low need of affiliation. Remember that for a motivation pattern. And the measure of needs of powers, achievement and affiliations are done through different important tests that are conducted in any organization, that is through a thematic apperception test or a projective personality test or a job choice exercise and an objective test that are concerned for the measurements of power or achievement and affiliation for a particular leader. The third point, task versus person orientation leaders and task oriented leaders. Now here onwards the chapter is very important and concerned with task versus person orientation. So please concentrate on these slides from 8 onwards, which you will be getting clarity, or else you will lose the particular chapter. A person-oriented leaders act in warm, supportive manner and show concern for the employees. What it means is the person-oriented leaders, a leader who has that importance for the person and believe employees are intrinsically motivated, means that they have the inside their human tendency to be motivated. And the task oriented leaders are, they set goals and give orders, believe employees are lazy and extrinsically motivated, means they have to be pushed to work on a particular task, they are not motivated. Now moving to the task versus person orientation, if you see here consequences of a leader orientation, this particular area, now the high person orientation, low person orientation, low task orientation and high high task orientation. The consequences of a leader orientation in this particular scenario, if you see, leader, the task person oriented leaders now with low performance, low turnover with few grievances are a high person orientation and low task orientation, whereas with high performance, low turnover and few grievances are with high task orientation and high person orientation. That is, if you see on the low person orientation, people with high performance and high turnover and many grievances have high task orientation. Now this many grievances, now grievances is not something if somebody dies. I know some people have a different meaning for grievances. Grievances is the word that is for complaints. means when the people, that is the employees in the organization, have complaints about their task or the behaviors. The fourth point is unsuccessful leaders. The cause for poor leadership is lack of training. As you all know, the unsuccessful leaders who does not have proper trainings or cognitive deficiencies, means intellectual decision making or lacks in decision making, personality problems, paranoid, passive, aggressive, high likable filter, and narcissist, means who get angry very fast, who does not have that kind of patience to listen to the people who are very aggressive and who are very short tempered and get very fast irritated, those kind of people who are unsuccessful leaders. Now, ineffective leader behavior is engaging in an illegal and unethical behavior, avoiding conflict with people problems, demonstrating poor emotional controls, yelling and screaming, over controlling, example micromanaging, demonstrating poor task performance, poor planning, organization and communication, starting or passing on rumors or sharing confidential information, procrastinating and not meeting time commitments, failing to accommodate the person needs of or the personal needs of a subordinates, failing to nurture and manage the talent. These are ineffective leader behaviors for the particular unsuccessful behaviors. Interaction between the leader and the situation. When we talk about a leadership scenario in an organization, how does this happen? That is the theory that explains the situation nature of a leadership. That is, in a particular in an organization, if you even take the example of organizations, let it be SABIC, let it be Saudi Aramco, or even take any other MNCs like Yahoo, Google, or Intel, they have this kind of theories which talks about situational favorability, organizational climate, subordinatability, and relationship with subordinates. So we will just discuss this four important points one by one. What is situational favorability? Let us understand. A situational favorability, according to Fedler's contingency model, is a theory of leadership that states that the leadership effectiveness is dependent on the interaction between the leader and the situation. Whatever the situation, the particular task or the situation is all about. Now, the favorableness of the situation is determined by task structuredness, leader position power, leader member relationship. Please remember this 3 points, very important slide. This means task structuredness refers to the extent to which tasks have clear goals and problems can be solved. Leader position power refers to the extent to which a leader, by the nature of her position, has the power to reward and punish the subordinates. Leader member relations refers to the extent to which subordinates like the leader. So this is the situational favorability model as per the Fedler's contingency model. Then we have least preferred co-worker, LPC, a test that is used in conjunction with his model to reveal leadership style and effectiveness. This was the test used by Fedler, so you can understand this. This is not so important, but just you can read through this and understand it for your knowledge. But organizational climate, impact theory, that is a theory of leadership that states that there are 6 styles of leadership, very important. Informational, magnetic, position, affiliation, cohesive, tactical, and that each style will be effective only in one of 6 organizational climates. Now, organizational climate impact theory, which talks about leadership style and climate, that is, how does the particular climate in an environment, a particular style of leadership will have in those circumstances. A leadership style with the information will have ignorance, A magnetic style of leadership will be despair, that is again concerned with the style of leadership, position, power, instability, affiliation, anxiety, cohesive, crisis, tactical, disorganization. You can check the textbook for this impact theory. You will find much more detailed examples given on organizational climate and leadership styles. Then the impact theory, as I told you, information style, a style of leadership in which a leader leads through knowledge and information, most effective in a climate of ignorance. What is ignorance? Ignorance is nothing but an organizational climate in which important information is not available. Magnetic style, a style of leadership in which a leader has influence because of his or her charismatic personality, most effective in a climate of despair, where people are down, where people feel that their tasks are not getting done, where they feel helpless. So this kind of a leader will make them more, motivated towards their particular tasks. Despair, an organizational climate characterized by low morale. As I just told you about the low morale of the employees in the organization. Position style, instability, affiliation style, anxiety. A position style is something which is the leader influence others by virtue of their appointed or elected authority. That is how they have been taken or selected as a leader of that particular company or a department or a position. Instability, an organizational climate in which people are not sure what to do. This impacts the complete stability of the organization, plus there are always the question marks raised about the overall performance of the organization, productivity, the final outcome, or any kind of goals or objectives that organization wants to reach. Affiliation style has again a problem, or might be, in other words, a style of which the individual leads by caring others, if that is most effective in a climate of anxiety. You know what is anxiety? An example of an organization's climate in which worry predominates the kind of actual importance of work atmosphere. Now, this important impact theory, the style of affiliations we are talking about, relates to the different ways of important impacts. Reminding you here, cohesive style, crisis, tactical style, disorganization. Now let me tell you, your assignment 3 might be something, or assignment 4 might be related to this chapter. I repeat, your assignment 3 or assignment 4 might be related to this chapter. I will be giving you very shortly next week, inshallah. So try to understand all these important styles of leadership, characteristics of a leader, the different ways of leader. I will be posting all the details to you. Now, cohesive style of leadership is something which the individual leads by controlling reward and punishment, most effective in a climate of crisis. Crisis is nothing but a critical time or a climate of an organization in which the outcome to a decision has extreme consequences. Tactical style. This is a very nice style by any leader in which the person leads to organization and strategy, most effective in a climate of disorganization. Now, what is disorganization? And climate in which organization has the necessary knowledge and resources, but does not know how to efficiently use the knowledge or the resources. Now, organizational climate, the second point, again, impact theories, leadership strategies. Find a climate consistent with your leadership style. Change your leadership style to a better fit in the existing climate. Change your followers' perception of the climate. Change the actual climate. So A, B, C, D. This slide is also very important for impact of leadership strategies. Please, you can note down this also. Now, the subordinate leadership style of path goal theory. So path goal theory also postulates on different areas of importance of how we need to understand more on this. I will just get back to you with another video. Since I am losing my breath, I need to have some break. I will get back to you with another video within a short time. So give me some time, please. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye.